welcome back to my bench. Today we've got this Coby. It's little Coby radio. Not much to them, but this one is kind of special. It's a fun little thing. Takes 2 AA batteries. It's got a volume control, headphone amp, or headphone output and DC input, and that volume control feels rough. I don't know. It's got a little digital output, and the tuning is just nasty. The thing's got 9 bands, AM, 8 bands of shortwave, and FM. It's amazing little radio. We'll take it apart and see what it looks like inside. Seeing as how it's a Coby, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be anything special. Long-winded screw. Wonder. Yeah. Well, it kind of feels like it half snaps together, and there we go. All right. The antenna did not appear to be attached to anything. Where it broke off, I'm not sure which. We'll have to take care of that later. And it's actually a good thing. Makes it easier to work on. Well, I'll tell you, that's some junk right there. What is that chip? Let's see if we can get a picture of it. It's kind of covered in gunk. I don't know if I can see it here or not. Well, I suppose I could if no, there's too much crap on top of it. I don't know. We'll see if we can clean it off here maybe or something. I don't know. Yeah. No. Not going to happen. I can't scrape it off and it gets worse. Well, maybe. Nah, I can't get that thing cleaned off enough to see it. Let's try cleaning it off with a little cotton swab. These little swabs I got are kind of neat. There's almost no cotton on the end, but they're very pointy and very strong. They don't break easily. I bought a bunch of them. Yeah, it's coming off. Now, what does it say? Still hard to read. Gonna have to get the flashlight. Stupid flashlight. Jeez. There, that's better. What is that? C something or other. CD 1191 CB. Let's see if I can find a data sheet for that. Yeah, here we go. Found one. Basic all-in-one radio. Anyway, let's see. Let's take this thing apart some more. Okay, well, I forgot to turn the camera back on. Anyhow, so it's apart, and we've got hook some power up to it and see what happens. I can't believe how junky this thing is inside. It's just unbelievable. I got, about 3.5 volts, 3.5 volts. Oh, look, the clock works. That's interesting. And the FM and AM on buttons are right here. Oh, well, it came up 104.4. There's nothing on that. Turn the volume up. I can hear it. You can't. Lots of music. Don't want to get snagged. Put a clip lead on the antenna chunk hanging out here. And see if I can hear it. Whoop, well, power. Lost power for a second, so it shut down. See if I can hear anything. Yeah, a lot. It's loud. Turn it down. It's very picky about voltage. But boy, that tuning is just, oh my goodness, that's awful. Just awful. I'm going to take a look at this a little closer. This is, the way this thing works is just awful. Just junk. Feels like mush. And it stretches. It doesn't. It goes around a bunch of posts, but none of the posts actually turn. I'll show you. See if I can show you real close here. If you look at this post up here, it's actually glued on, and it's just all gunky. There's gunk on the inside of it. Some sort of grease. It doesn't turn at all. I don't know if I can get that. I don't even know if I want to get that open. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be able to make it turn unless I got a whole new little. It feels like it's getting a little bit better as time goes on here, but still it's pretty nasty. I don't know. Wonder if I can take this top piece off here that's got the LCD on it. I don't know what else it's attached to under there. Doesn't look like anything. Boy, that negative wire is just barely hanging on there. It's not even, it's just soldered to a piece of the trace. It's not going through a hole or anything. Oh, yeah, it did come off. Wow, look at that. This is not one bodge wire. The whole thing's made out of bodge wires. They melted that switch. That top switch is just melted to the stake on the bottom. And then we got, oh, wow, look at the way that turns. That's awful. And no, that ain't coming off of there. That's, if I pull that off, it's probably glued in there, as close as I can tell. Well, leave it on and do the best I can. Well, let's just take a look at the rest of it and see what it looks like here. Well, that's some really great-looking solder joints. Not. I mean, they're only soldered on one side. That's that's part of the switch for changing bands, and they just haven't even been touched. Sheesh. Wonderful. Look at all the wires coming out of that antenna. I guess that antenna and the stick antenna must be used together for shortwave. And all this plastic or goo, it's like, I don't know, wax is falling out of the thing. Look at the way that bends when you turn it. Ooh. Ugh. That's just disgusting. Well, I skipped a little bit of me fooling around with it there. Got some of the gunk out in there, some sort of grease or glue that was on it. And I'm sure that grease is there so that it'll slide over the plastic because that's the only guide it's got. So I sort of smeared the plastic around, or the goo around on the rest of it here. See if that helps any. Whew, wow. Well, let's see. Yeah. I swear that feels a little better. Still not what I'd call great. Sheesh. See if we can get this back on. I'm not going to mess with that anymore because if I do, I'll break it. Yeah, there's a little guide down the bottom where it goes down here. Right there. Yep, and that's about all that holds it in there. I guess just screw it down. So, no, it's not this one, it's a little one. Come on. Well, whoops. Speaker broke off. Well, I can see where it goes. I'm good. Yeah, right there. All right, well, it's less to play around with anyway. I'm just looking for anything else that looks dodgy-er than normal. I don't see anything. That little wire busted off. Darn it. And it's just literally soldered to a trace on the board. Scrape a little bit of it off here and I'll be able to put it back on when I need to. Well, I don't know. I think I'm going to pause for a minute. Oh boy. Well, I don't know. Now that we're here, let's see if it makes any noise. That is one janky tuning. Wow. Well, it's a Coby. What do you expect? Well, it makes noise. Wow, that is. What if AM works at all? Wow, that is.
It's real bad last night. Hell froze over. Well, what I like about
Yeah, it does. Tuning light even
I
works.
think a lot of people in life, they feel like they've been to hell. They've been through the worst of times, maybe right
Well,
now you are. But it's when you come to the end yourself.
First thing I got to do is I'm going to clean that switch. Yuck. Or try. This thing is put together. I mean, it is K-wrap. But like I said, what do you expect? It's a Coby. I mean, they were absolute cheapest things you could buy. It's amazing how many bands this thing's got. And it's just, I just can't believe it. It's like 9 bands. And all of them, every one of them just as bad as the other one. I guarantee it. And this little piece over here that's just ripped slap off, that's nice. Okay, well, let us put some sort of an antenna on here. Hook up some power. I got about 3.5 volts. This thing runs on 2.
Coming to you from my home in Waikiki Beach. And today I want to talk to you about the virtue of...
Yeah, it's... Wow, it's picking up one of my stations. Cool. See if it'll pick up 1230. Yeah, it does. 1460. After a fashion. Wow, considering how crappy this thing actually is. I'll tell you, let's put this back in its box and see if we can... maybe sound a little bit better. I don't know what to do about this. The yeesh. When I took it apart, the antenna connector was not connected to anything. So I got to get that back on. I wonder, something, all the glue fell off. Oh no, that's glue holding on that, but you saw the pieces of glue that came out of it. I don't know. Let's see if we can turn on the big boy soldering iron. Let's see if they're any better here. Got to figure out yeah, I guess those all go in there, okay. And those are in there. Taped in. Wow. Just wow. P.O. junk. I really wasn't going to do anything about this. I just sort of turned on the camera. And sort of let it ride. How does this go up on here? I mean, it's got a... Well, no, that goes there. Well, that's nice. Goes there. Oh. This one goes down. Alright, so this one goes in here. Can't go that way. I don't know if room. Has to go that way because there's little dimples in there. What is that? Oh, that's the range switch, normal for distance and local. All right, let's see if we can get some solder on this screw. I'm not going to be able to get anything on that on the barrel of that because it's aluminum. So we'll go with putting it on the screw itself. Makes it fun if you ever have to get it out. But I definitely do not intend to be doing any. How in the world did... Okay, so I guess these speaker wires kind of shot up through a hole here in the case. This is actually just a piece of junk radio I found. Not exactly in a trash can, but in a bag full of junk that a lady gave me. Well, this is fun. Well, there's one. Ripped it right off the speaker. Just amazing. Okay. Take this other one, stick it down through the hole. That's probably the way you're supposed to do it in the first place. Okay. Whew. Alright. And then get you around here and get you. Wow. I mean, the radio basically works, which amazes me. But the tuning dial is so janky that it's just, you couldn't tune it very well. So I tried to clean off as much as the gunk as I could find. There's none of these wheels here that this tuning dial goes over actually move. They don't turn. They're just staked into place. Okay. Whoops. And yes, it does take 3 hands to get this thing back together again. I guess the glue that I saw wallowing around inside was the stuff that was holding this little 4-ohm crappy speaker in here. Okay, so that's in, that's in, that's in. And that little tuning thing, I think it has to go under. Yeah, it does. It slides in there. Wow. Really? This is fun. Nope. Okay, we're going to take that off of there for right now because it's almost impossible to do 3 hands at the same time. Okay. I think. Maybe. Arg. Everything just sort of just about fits. Ah. Well, I guess you don't really want to take this apart if you can help it. Yep. Okay, I got that in there. Yeah, I guess so. All right. Let's put a screw in it. All right, we're missing a screw. Right there. That isn't good. Whew. You're okay. You are not. Ouch. Get down into the... Yeah, I guess there is no screw there. There's a hole, but there's nothing for it to go into underneath the hole. All right. Well, it feels a lot better than it did, I'll tell you. Okay. So let's put the antenna back on. Give it a little juice. At least this one's really easy to hook up. Well, it's staying 12.
Bites made by California-based Siren Snacks may contain undeclared amounts of cashews and almond butter. The recall affects
Son of a gun.
1.7
That's
ounce
30
package
mils.
lot numbers.
Try to break it down, but not.
Lots of noise around here. Okay. All right, so now let's see if we pull our antenna up a little bit. This is going to make the noise even worse. Turn on the AM. What do we got? Well, let's see. Well, volume control works a lot better. What do we got? So we got, oh, that's much better. So 570. Really? Okay, so this goes to 1748 on medium wave. 570 to 626 on band 1. 698, 7. Okay, so 7. Seven to 8 on band 2. And 8.5 to 9.7 on band 3. 9.8. There's 10 to 11.4 on 4. 5 is 13.7 to 17. Band 6. 14.9 to 17.2. That's interesting. So band 5 goes from 13.6 to 17. Band 6 14.9 to 17. That can't quite be right, can it? Yeah, it is. And then the last band, band 7, goes from 20 to 24. Well, let's pick something here. Let's try 20 megahertz. Well, let's try 21 megahertz. Turn on the generator. Figure out what the heck I did with my little antenna. Here, I took them off and put them away, so to speak. All right, put it over here. Frequency, what do we got? 21, 21, enter. Well, it says it's tuned. Give it some audio. Son of a gun. It works. How's it do down at the other end of the band? I'm not going to hook a fake antenna up to this thing right now. I just want to see how it does down here. If I can keep the power on it. Come on. Okay. Let's go to 6 megahertz. Lots of noise. Frequency, whoops. 6. Wow. It does just fine. Now I want to find out is this thing's reading 15.3. This is on that band that repeated itself. So let's see. 015300. Sure enough, there it is. They are both the same. What good does that do? Whoa. And that's on local. Distance doesn't seem to make much difference. How about this next band? .707 frequency. 707. There it is, dead on. I am just absolutely amazed. Huh. 30 milliamps. Not much. Must have a super cap in there or something. Well, let's wow, this little antenna lead, these wires are just brittle as hell. This little antenna lead goes clean over to the other side. So, all right. Wow. Get out of the way. Thank you. Means I'm going to have to take this. It just isn't quite enough. I mean, by the 16th of an inch. Well, it's definitely nothing special. It's just a piece of wire. And not very good wire. There we go. All right, so if I go over to here, there we go. That's on there pretty good and tight now. Yeah, and it'll actually fit. It sort of half snaps, half screws together. Put that in there. This is a CX CB91. Alright, now this guy fell off. So I got to glue him back in place. Well, that glue's turned into rocks. wipey down first here. Well, it's out of the box. That's better. And just for giggles, let's get this guy cleaned off a little bit. Don't want to push too hard on that because it's got one of those heat-tacked strips up there. Okay, what have I got? I got some of this stuff. Really, really thin stuff, double-sided. Well, it can't be too wide. Okay. So let's cut off. We'll take a guess. So it can go up along here quite well. Okay. A little thinner piece. Along the top. Because there's not much room up there. Because it's going to be right up against the top of the shell. Alright. Fairly fat piece. No, it isn't. It's thin across this inside here. Because there's not much room right here. It's not like you can actually see it. And how about along the bottom? Nope, pretty thin down there too. Matter of fact, on this bottom one, because I want to stay away from that light, there's a little light down there for tuning. Yeah, right there. Not much of a light, but this stuff, this tape's pretty cool. I forget where I got it. I got it on off of Amazon. Big old roll of it. It wasn't extraordinarily expensive, but it's double-sided sticky tape, and it's pretty aggressive, meaning it sticks to everything pretty well. But the best part about it is how thin it actually is once you peel the stuff off. So it's not going to make your plastic here stand up away from anything. So, whoops. Come on, stick down there. I was just telling people I was bragging on you. Alright, so get her in there and whoops. Why did you let me do that? Oh, good. It came up. Which way is going to be better? Probably this way. All right. Yeah, pencil or pen or something. All right, well, let's get a couple batteries. Stick them in here and see if this works at all. I got a couple of Duracell leakers. These aren't yet, but they will eventually. Let's see, because the thing appears to be pretty picky about voltage. All right, batteries are in. Antenna is up. Clock's on. Well, first of all, let's see if we can set the clock. Time set. No. Alarm will set. Well, don't care. All right, well. There's 700 WLW. Of course, it's nighttime.
It is. I'm still kind of wrapping my head around.
Let's see, 820.
WTN, the Global Catholic Network. Hey, this is Michael O'Neill. Join me on next.
880. Barely. $920.
Here, Robinson called the move.
12:30 and the light came on.
Her constituents agrees.
This was extremely shameful. It was definitely a public lynching. It was a
Okay.
Find the healthiest position possible.
99.1.
Health issues.
98.9.
Less aligned your spine is, the more problems you're going to have.
Tuned.
Kids,
95.7. That's a ways away. Wow, the local distance switch actually does something on this.
They got it in the Baycott. Reached over the top. So Williams will pick up his second personal over there.
Hey, 91.1.
This will be 1-1. And as you can expect, Williams out of the game.
Sandy, we love you, Sandy.
89.9.
Thank you for the work that you do on your show. I love it. Thanks, Sam.
It actually sounds better on 89.8. Well, so, off still works. The alarm won't come on. Don't care. Hey, it works. That's just silly. That's called just playing around at 7 o'clock at night because you got nothing better to do. Or anything that you want to work on that you don't want to, that you don't care about. All right, there we go. Little Coby 9-pan AM/FM shortwave radio that actually appears to work. No prep video at all. So, if you like it, thanks. Talk to you later. Till next time.